It's Ben here at Cardi Fleet Solutions / TP Smart Repairs. We are now officially Bosch approved, and today I have a Ford Transit in for some engine diagnostics. So follow me and we'll see what we find. So for now, I'm going to look into the engine management faults. There is a warning on the dash. If I take the phone and do an ignition cycle, we've got exhaust filter overloaded. And when we go through the faults, we have intake manifold pressure, comparison implausible with the air mass meter. So to me that says there's potentially something wrong in the turbo pressure. We've got soot faults, DPF faults, oil level. Well, I have actually done a service on this, so I'm not too worried about that one right now, but deterioration fault would suggest it's not been serviced regularly, and a boost pressure actuator position sensor fault. I have clicked on the top one and it doesn't tell me that it's current. However, when I start the vehicle, pass you back. When I start the vehicle, I did notice a bit of a whistle. Now I think that fault code saying that the data is implausible for comparison is probably where I'm going to start with this long list of faults, and we'll see what we find. So we have a fault saying that there is an implausible comparison between the map sensor and the air mass meter. They're at two different points in the engine bay, and it's probably signifying that we've got an air leak. I can also confirm that by my ear. I heard when I revved it, it didn't quite sound right. It sounded like it might have a bit of a leak. What we're going to do is just have a quick visual inspection. However, we'll get some diagnostic tools out which can aid us in finding what is a potential boost leak. So for now, I'm just going to take my trusty torch and have a look over the engine bay. Just confirm that I can't see any soot anywhere. It's always good to have a quick peek through the front of the grille, make sure that there's no holes in the intercooler. However, doing this relies on my eyesight. You might find that it's only a pinprick hole, maybe a stone's gone through the grille and hit the intercooler and split that, or a boost pipe might have have popped off. So the easiest thing for us to do is use a smoke tester. So that's the tool I'll grab. Okay. So this is our smoke tester, and what this does is puts, well, smoke into the intake system / turbo system, and so long as there's no leaks, you shouldn't see anything. But we use this tool to diagnose leaks. So what you have to do is take off the pipe on the air filter, and we're going to block that up with our tool. So I need to rest this down. It's got its own built-in pump, so we just need some power for it. So we need a live and an earth. And most importantly, it's already switched on, we need to confirm that the tool works. There's no point putting it in unless we can see the smoke is coming out, otherwise that would give us a bit of a false reading. So I can see that there is a smoke build up there. You can see it come over my hand. So now we need to block up that pipe that I just pulled off. So we'll use this cone piece here. There we go, that's really going out now. So this tool will put a couple of bar of pressure in there, nothing to overload the circuit. But what it'll be doing now is filling up any bit of pipe work in this engine through there, and basically creating a little bit of pressure in there, and if there's a leak it will then start smoking out of the engine bay somewhere. So now I just need to look. So I can already see there appears to be, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, there is some smoke coming up in this area. If I stick my head down there, I can see a build-up of smoke coming out now. And for the sake of a diagnostic, we'll stick this up in the air, a bit easier for me to look at the underneath of this engine and see where it's coming from. As we can see, the smoke seems to be coming out of this wheel area. I'll take the phone and I'll show you where I think it's coming from. So the intercooler is under here, and you can see it's just had a service for that deteriorated oil fault. Now here's the intercooler. It's coming up from up there. So if I give it a blow, you can see it would appear a poorly placed zip tie has rubbed through our boost pipe. Now, the only way to fix that, unfortunately, will be a new pipe. If I pull it away, there's our hole. And it's just been rubbing on that little zip tie there. The use of this tool here made our diagnosis nice and easy. It gave us somewhere to look visually rather than just the whistle that we could hear when we drove it in. At least 2 of the 7 faults were to do with boost pressure, which this tool has helped us diagnose. A couple of those were to do with engine oil, which a service hopefully will have cured. And the last one was the DPF being clogged. However, the warning on the dash said that if we drive it, it's likely to go into a DPF regen whilst driving. So I suspect replacing that pipe and clearing the fault codes and taking it for a nice extensive road test is likely to fix this van.